Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from on Cue in La Mesa, California. This is Ashi Fatchler. I'm a pool photographer and interpreter. You can find me on Facebook, Ashi ASHI, Fatchler FACHLER. I'm at the commentators booth here at the 2017 Swanee, and on the table we have Sina Valizadeh playing Vilmos Foldesh. Sina recently made a name for himself on the Mez tour up at the Hard Times Billiards in Los Angeles, and is now playing the Swanee. You'll notice that Sina's stroke, he has this wonderful sort of end of stroke where he hesitates and then hits through the ball. First match jitters. Vilmos plays on the Mez West Tour, Oscar Dominguez's Southern California Tour, and has played extensively both in Southern California, in Nevada, and all around. The transition from the 4 to the 5 is given, it's easy, but Vilmos went and took a step just to see exactly where he wants to stop on that 5 ball in order to traverse to the 7. Making sure he leaves himself an angle to get back up table for the 8. Vilmos is originally from Hungary, now living here in the US, playing on the Mez Tour, plays with the Mez Cue. And with this 9 ball, Vilmos will put the first score on the scoreboard. Manning the scores and the Fargo rate and the streaming is Steve Kwan. He's in charge of making sure you guys see and hear me. Well, see the match and hear me, to be technically correct. A dry break from Vilmos brings Sina to the table. I think Sina's origins are in snooker. You'll see that both in his stance and his stroke. And if you hear a camera clicking, that's because what I'm doing is I'm also a pool photographer. And so that's what I do. Sina plays a safety by hitting behind the 5. I think he wanted to clip a tiny bit more of the 5, but he came out perfectly on that 1 with a 9 in the middle and left something for Vilmos to think of. The problem with this is that Vilmos not only gets out of safeties, when he does, he leaves you stuck even worse. Sina's trying to see if the 1 passes the 6. From here, it looks like it does, at least by his approach to the table. For those of you wondering what they could do on a Sunday afternoon, come visit us here at On Cue in La Mesa, California, right outside of San Diego. Get to see some of the best players around play for free. Sina tried to stick the cue ball behind the 3, but even so, Vilmos doesn't have a straight line to that 1 ball. He wants to see what happens if he kicks behind the 1 ball, leaving the cue ball behind the 7. Almost made it. There's still no clear path to that 1 ball down the line. Vilmos is shaking his head because he knows that he didn't do quite enough of a good job on that 1 ball, that he left Vilmos seeing the edge of it, or at least kicking from behind. And that rail first kick on this ball may even put the 9 in danger, or allow Vilmos to kick the 1 ball up table. Might even see the edge of it from here. Both players are very meticulous players. I mean, if you watch Vilmos, you'll see he makes it look easy, but it's anything but. And right now, Sina's got his jump cue out, and he's going to jump over the 4, try and hit that 1 ball full. Just like that. Unfortunately, the 1 leaked out, and now Vilmos has a shot on that 1 to the corner pocket. Vilmos was sort of pointing to where he wanted to stop on the 1. He went a little bit far. This table seems to be punishing players because it's rather fast. It was fast last night. It's still fast today. Vilmos wants to cross the table to get to that 6 ball. It's not what he wanted to be, and he knows it. You could have seen him snap his fingers right after that. He may opt to bank it right now. just like that. This table punishes players because of the very tight pockets it's got. Notice that at this point, Vilmos is favored 96% to 4% to win this match. And Sina can't afford mistakes like these. Vilmos takes no chances, puts the cue ball next to the 9 and moves the 6 ball up table, frozen to the rail. Vilmos again didn't want to hit that 9 ball going down, and his sort of body language slumped right after hitting it, going, wow, I really didn't need to do that. On the table next to us, Fatch Garcia is playing Mike Massey. This 9 brings Vilmos to a 2-0 score against Sina Valizadeh. Sina's breaking. Both players are using the magic rack. That's part of the tournament's requirements. Makes for less arguments when it comes to racking. And a dry break from Sina. Sorry. The 2 ball went down. Behind me, Ernesto Dominguez is looking at Sina's stroke and commenting how Sina has an obvious snooker background. His stance, his stroke, they all come from the snooker world. Sina overcuts this. Vilmos is looking down the rail. The only shot right now after the one seems to make the 3-5 combo, and he's looking to see if he can avoid that. He doesn't like it, he's shaking his head. And that was exactly what he was fearing. Vilmos tried to stick the cue ball to the 8, but instead left Sina with a straight-in shot on that 3 ball down the rail. There are times, if you look at Sina's stroke, you'll see that he seems to be going through the gears. 1, 2, 3, accelerate, shoot. Sina leaves himself an angle to get back down at the 9 ball. Unfortunately, he's a bit straight in on this shot, so you draw back to it. And that puts the score at 2-1 for Vilmos against Sina Valizadeh. We'll be right back. Vilmos spreads the balls, but unfortunately leaves that 1 ball hidden, covered by the 5 ball. He's trying to look if he has room between the rail and the ball. And if not, I suspect he'll play a push shot and let Sina deal with it. In a short race to 7, the 100 and some point difference in the Fargo rate between Vilmos and Sina translate to a 95% to 5% win for Vilmos over Sina. Vilmos just pushed the ball, said to Sina, you deal with it. And Sina says, you have it back. Don't want it. Vilmos spun the cue ball into the one, but unfortunately it seems like he may have left a shot for Sina to kick at it and then leave the cue ball safe behind the 5. That's what Sina's doing. He's going to kick at the 1, try and leave the cue ball safe behind the 5. And it leaked out and he knows it. Vilmos will try to do the same. Leave the cue ball right behind that 5 ball. Sina misses the kick. And Vilmos gets ball in hand on the 1 with an open table. Doesn't seem to have any problem ball anywhere on the table. If I was a gambling man, I'd favorite Vilmos to get out at this point. Which I'm not, ladies and gentlemen. I don't gamble, so please, no gambling prepositions. Vilmos wants to make sure he has some angle on that 5 in order to be able to come back down to the 6 ball. Once he comes down to the 6 ball, the 7 is pretty much in the jaws, and the only problem would be traversing from the 8 to the 9 ball. Right there, Vilmos is starting to think about where he wants to be on that table. 2 rails, just like that. He's begging it to stop. He needs a bit of an angle, and in fact he came a little bit too much. He's smirking as he approaches that shot, knowing that he has to hit it with a bit more speed now because he's a little flatter than he wanted. I have a look for Vilmos to get perfect on that 9 to put the score up at 3-1. Sina Valizadeh to break on a score of 3-1. Sina seems to be playing a bit faster than he's used to. This is what happens a lot of times. Semi-pro and amateur players will get a little bit antsy after losing or after winning, after getting to play on the TV table, and they speed up their rhythm. Now, sometimes that works out for them, and sometimes it doesn't. We'll see if that sort of a bit faster pace is Sina's actual rhythm, or if he's trying hard to force something. And there's an uncalled error. Coming close to the side pocket, getting way too high than he really wanted to, and not breaking out the 6 and 7, which he tried to. He gets one more try at it right now. Make the 5 on the side, spin the cue ball in between the 6 and the 7. Or, if you have no other choice, play that combo. Sina opted for the combo. He took a look at it and said, well, that goes down the rail. He's looking hard to see if indeed that combo goes. This is not a gimme. Just like that. Vilmos has the 7, 2 rails, and 9 ball is pretty much a given. Again, Vilmos seems to come a little short. You can't see it off camera, but he's making faces. He doesn't like where he stopped. He wanted to be a few inches further. But for all the money, Vilmos will make that 9 every single time. Score is now 4-1. Vilmos Foldish. And don't correct me and tell me it's Vilmos Foldish. Vilmos is from Hungary. It's Vilmos Foldish. Vilmos breaking from the left-hand side. It seems to be his favorite side, and he was trying to wire the the wing ball into the side pocket, which he got, but he missed the 1 to the side pocket, which he was going for also. I wonder if Vilmos feels strong enough to try and make this, and come around for that 3 ball, or rather play a safe. And it looks like he's going to play a safe on that 1 ball. Split the balls, leave Sina something to think about. And he may have just left the edge of that 1 ball, or at least an easy enough jump. Sina separates the 2 balls and covers the 1 ball with a 6 and the 3. I think Vilmos will try and hit it and then create another safety, but he runs into that 9 ball. That turned out to be disadvantageous to him. This allows Sina to play another safety if he wants to, or simply make the one in the side pocket, leave the cue ball there for the 3. Vilmos is looking to see if he can come behind that 1 ball, kicking the 1 ball up table, leaving the cue ball right there. And that's what he might do. He might shoot 3 rails around. 1, 2, 3, and he missed that 1 ball. And made the 4 in the process. Sina wants to make sure that he gets an angle to that 3 ball. There's a lot of traffic along the way. He's going to try and draw back in between the 6 and the 9 ball. What you can see, because cameras aren't pointing in that direction, is a large crowd here at on Cue in La Mesa, watching some incredible matches. I know that in the wings we have Francisco Bustamante, Oscar Dominguez. Right now on the table next to me is Fatch Garcia and Mike Massey, and quite a few other players waiting their turn. Rodney Morris is here.